Hello, Scott Hilton, Scott Talks. Today we're going to descale a Keurig coffee maker. We've got a model here, and what you do is unplug it to reset the descale button. This one has a light right here. It does not have a descale button around here like some of them do. Okay, I've got an extension cord I'm going to cheat and do it over the sink so I don't have to go back and forth and dump cup after cup after cup of water, because I'm lazy like that. What we're going to do, we're going to take this out and clean it. You should have this clean constantly all the time anyway. Little scrubby dubby. You should always, oh, that's a napkin. Sorry. I was going to show you how I tear my paper towels up. Well, this will be ready to use when we need it. All right. Here's a paper towel. Tear it in little fours. Saves you a lot. Now I've cleaned this off already. The top. It goes to the water pitcher. And then we've got the water pitcher. It's already got water in it. You're supposed to add like a cup of vinegar. What we're going to do first, you got a filter to take out. Every 2 months, you got to be taking this filter out. And we got these refills from Good Cups on Amazon, 12 Keurig water filters. I guess Amazon, we could have got it at the store. And my wife's got them in a Ziploc baggie. You soak them for 30 minutes in a cup. That's my wife's coffee cup. Shh. 30 minutes. Then you rinse it under water, okay? So it's been soaked. You see the charcoal, how gray it got? You got to rinse it. Now, we're going to take this out, get rid of that guy, do a little cleaning, make sure the filter is good and clean. It's too hot. Warm water. Now, I'm not going to replace the filter yet because I'm descaling. I got stuff to do. Okay, there's a little guy down here that probably could use some cleaning. We can clean it out the next time. Now, our cup of vinegar. Now, some people say online not using the descaling agent, you get a cup of vinegar. It can also, that's about a cup, right? Make it taste like vinegar. We're going to clean this out real good. Okay? Going to clean it out good. Put it back on. I like the ones up front with the plastic up front because I can feel it. I can just kind of pull it forward. We've got one of those little stands. You get the drawers and they got the little K-cups in it. We used to have the Nespresso. Made better coffee than the Keurig. Tasted a lot better. But it was messy. It got kind of gook everywhere. It had a little automatic trash can that it would fall into on the side. That thing would leak you had to take it all apart and clean the little trashy thing out in this thing and put it back together. And our daughter had the same thing. She had K-Cup and Keurig and Nespresso going at the same time, and she got rid of hers. And my wife finally says, I'm tired of cleaning it too. I just want a cup of coffee. I'll put cinnamon in it, and I'll put my creamer in it with the flavor, and I'll put as much as I want, and I'll have flavor. So that's the way it goes. And I've got a kitty cat getting ready to look at. What are you doing, Nico? You're not supposed to be on the counter. Now, it says on the back, soak filter 15 minutes in water. Hold filter under cold tap water 30 seconds. install the filter into the filter machine, enjoy your coffee, right? So we've done this. Didn't throw the old guy away, you gotta throw it away. More cold water. Let's see if it's still leaking a little gray. See, it's still gray. Give it a little squeeze, get that loose charcoal out of there. And yes, you're gonna have the charcoal, that's why you're gonna run it again and again. Let the water run through it and run through it. And yes, I will clean my wife's cup. Really good. Because it's fall, this is November 13th, Thursday. And I'll clean the counter, I promise. I'll put it right here. Got a sponge for that. And I gotta keep this clean. You know. Okay, we got this guy. And we really don't need it right now. What we're doing is descaling. And this would go right here. But we're not gonna use it right now. I'm gonna cheat. Plug it in here. But first I was gonna clean this up. Clean. And okay. Just don't get any water in the electronics. It may have been a touch too much. Just wipe it down. Get it all clean. You only do it every 2 months. Descaling hopefully will last a year. It'll sound a little light. The light will light up. If I unplug it, the light disappears and resets itself. That's nice and clean. Now, if you're going to clean in here, be careful of these sharp points here and in here. That's why it's not plugged in quite yet. A little tilt. Just kind of clean it out. Keurig gets a little bit of coffee powder splattered up in here. Up there. Okay. We were careful not to get the electronics, which are right here, wet. We just wiped it off with a damp cloth. Clean that, dry that out. Ready? Let's plug in our coffee maker with our extension cord. There's our coffee maker. Heating up. Got our vinegar in here. We're going to do this 3 times. Empty it out. But I don't want to contaminate the new filter with vinegar. That'll keep a vinegar taste in your mouth. Right? And it says descale. We're going to descale. You push the 8 and the 12 at the same time to descale. Letting it heat up real good. 8 and 12, hold. Oops, took my finger off it. 8 and 12, hold. The K will light up. May not be hot enough yet. It says 8. Let's stop. 8 and 12. 12. Ooh. See, we're cheating a little bit. I can smell the vinegar. We'll put a little filter over here. Some of you are like, oh, don't you fill up a coffee pot? You can. You can put this here and let it fill. I think it's supposed to stop, if I remember right. And this can take a little bit of time. So we'll cut the video every once in a while. And it's only half full or so, but you get the point. You can leave a cup under there and put it over back where you always have it. All right, 8 and 12. I think we just did a 12 ounce before. Let's see. Unplug, wait, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000. Plug back in. It's supposed to be resetting that descale button. It doesn't, if it's flashing again, you got to reset it again. 8 and 12. Add water. You don't need to add water. Okay, now should be good because we don't have the 8 or the 12 lit up. Let's see if it fills. Lord, patience. Patience is a virtue. Right, Nico? Cat's roaming around. What are you doing on the counter, Nikki? Something weird happening? You smell vinegar? What in the world does that smell? Cats love to sniff stuff. Where are you going? You're in trouble for walking on the counter. All right. I like doing it over the sink. Do my little clean, my little rinse off the hose, stuff like that. Because we're going to have to do this 3 times. You're supposed to fill it up to maximum right there, your little fill line. But we're good. If you want to do this seasonally, you can. If you want to do it 6 months instead of a year, you're like, so basically when the descale light comes on, you do it. All right, see that did not fill all the way up. We're going to do it again. We could just let it run. Got to clean that cup good, don't I? I just rinsed it out with hot water and vinegar. Got to get that vinegar taste out. A little soap will do that. My little spongey's getting wet. I need that sponge. He's getting vinegar wet. Yeah. Isn't this going well? A little well. Splattering up here. Get that out of the way. Now, one of the things we're going to do, you need to rinse this out a couple times too. Same thing with other water pitchers. They'll tell you to rinse it and then fill it and rinse it and rinse it 3 times. So we are going to be rinsing this out. Let's do it again. See, neither the 8 or 12 are on, just the K, and that's what you want. You want the K to be the descaling button. So the 8 and 12, I had it on, one of the lights was on. That's why I unplugged it to reset it. And we're running descale mode. It takes a little while, but if it's, if it only lights up once a year or 8 months or whatever, it's not that big a deal. You just plan on having 30 minutes to kill and nothing big deal. Wonderful thing about the K-Cup, you've got an over ice button on this particular model, which my wife uses. She'll have her little thing of 12 ounces. And what she does, it usually fills up to about right there, beyond 12 ounces. And for hot drinks, she'll use the 12 ounce and it'll fill up. But over ice, she'll put a little ice in there and her creamer and her cinnamon shake, 1-2 shakes of cinnamon. And she'll have, I'll show you our little, how you doing, guy? You're running out of water. You gonna go all the way? Let's go again. Add water, I know that. Okay, we're not gonna add water. We're gonna clean you out. Now, we're gonna get rid of our vinegar smell. We're gonna rinse this out, put some soap in it. Now, when I was working at the dry cleaners, we used vinegar, acetic acid. If you'd smell it and go, that's vinegar. Stronger than the vinegar you get at home. Vinegar was great on food stains. Now, if it wasn't greasy, if it was greasy, you had to use a solvent. That was the key. Dry cleaning is solvent based usually. The soap would help neutralize the vinegar. A little hand soap. Got some alkaline in it. We want to kill that vinegar taste. You got to rinse it real good because you got to kill the soap taste. Get that filter down there at the bottom. Clean this guy. A little filter in the bottom. That out. It's good. 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 Now, we got this guy again, remember? Push the sides. Pops open. Put this guy down right there. Push it back in. Push the sides in a little. Boom. Cold water. And give it some more rinsing. Nice fresh filter. Got to get that charcoal out of there. Put it back in. Right on top. Snap it in. All righty. I'm going to fill it up good this time. So one thing to keep that taste out is the fact we didn't have the vinegar in with the filter. Could have had it in with the old filter, but what's the point of that? And push it again because we're still descaling. Now, I was going to show you the creamer we're using. She just tried the Calipia. She likes non-dairy. She can get it. Or just a little bit of dairy. This is non-fat milk. So this is actual milk. She's a little lactose intolerant, but she also has those lactate pills. But she likes the caramel macchiato. And she's doing pumpkin spice because it's October, November, it's fall. So those are what she uses, and we use not 2 tablespoons of non-dairy creamer. Also, from Publix, they have non-dairy and no sugar, lactose, and cholesterol free. So she's got that mixed in. And I got these great 2 tablespoon spoons at Amazon. Metal spoons, so I can use them. I can fill this 2 tablespoons. I can put the caramel macchiato, 2 tablespoons, put it in. Put in she's got some kind of calcium powder she's been using, and 2 shakes of the cinnamon. You put it in. Oh, it stopped. It thinks it's done. It's all right. We'll just keep going to 12. Now, they use this, and you put the 2 shakes in, and you fill it up. It's for hot or cold drinks. She's got it in a little Nespresso thing that holds her drink, and it has a little pop top that push it in, and it pops up, open and off, closed. It opens up a little gap at the bottom. Now, you stir it up good, but I also give her a little macchiato because she told me I wasn't making it right. So I give her a little shot of caramel macchiato extra to give it a little flavor. But you mix it with the same spoon, you clean it off, and you put it in your thing to dry to use again next time. How's that? That's the deal around here. That paper towel. My hands are wet and gooey. We're going to empty this guy out. So to keep from completely boring you, I'm going to cut the video out for a second. And we're still going. Open the lid. So the descale button's gone. So it's done its descaling. So we're still rinsing. Open, close. 12 ounces. Go again. And yes, I have a remote on my watch because an Apple Watch is cool and the iPhones are cool. All right. Where add water light is on. Take it out. Let's rinse that. Cold water. In place. Open, close, 12. And rinse it again. How's that? Lift it up, down, 12. Hey, one thing I forgot. Got to clean the wife's coffee mug out, get the charcoal out of it. Get like the soap. Get some more soap. So it's pumpkin time. All righty. Yeah, that's nice and clean. Hot water. Get the soapy stuff off. Back on the hot water. Put it on my little paper towels. Wipe it clean. Make sure there's no charcoal left inside. How's that? I'm in the clear, right? That'll dry. Boom, 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 boom. Splatter, splatter, splatter. Gotta rinse you off. Does it smell like anything odd? Ah. Hot. There. Clean. Yeah, it's a neat little kitchen. It's got a drawer, like a sliding thing that looks like a cabinet, but it slides open and it's got a trash can. And on the handle, we put towels to wipe your hands. Cool, right? Everybody's got one cool feature that someone else doesn't have. It's kind of like an iPhone, Apple. Remember when they made all those iPods and every version had one cool feature that the other ones didn't have? So you'd have to literally buy every iPod to get every feature. Smart. They knew how to get you. All righty. We're cooking. All right, I wanted to show you our little drawer. This is a spoon rest we got somewhere at Tortola. There you go. Probably in the Bahamas, I guess. Don't break it. Okay, this is our little thing we put the coffee maker on. You can almost see the imprint, see right there and there. And it opens up. And currently we've got Starbucks Holiday Blend for when we run out of this Green Mountain Nantucket. Usually we stick with Starbucks, medium. We like medium. But I'm supposed to stay off coffee now, so I got decaf. And decaf, if my wife ever has a cup at night, she'll have the decaf. Make sure she doesn't stay up too much. It's premium roast decaf. This is McCafe. And it's good. We get it at Sam's. We know we don't have a Costco near us. I'm sorry. Not yet. Here, no cauliflower. That's nice. But they don't have a BJ's yet or a Costco. My theory is Costco is like Apple. Sometimes they let Samsung get the jump on them on tech. And then they sit there and analyze it and work on a way to make it better and better and give it one more thing that makes it different from the Samsung. It's got the same feature, but it also does this. And it works with this other device. Isn't that cool? That's Apple. So Costco, I think, is the same way. They sit back and go, got the Sam's in that town. That's nice. The population's this. We need to have the population up to here before we can load up and have Costco go in. So then BJ's goes, ooh, here we go. We're going to go in with Sam's and compete with them. So they go in the same town, city. And so they got competition. They got, and then they have big cities, they got north side locations, south side, whatever. Got more locations. And then Costco, after those two guys, and everyone's spoiled, it's like opening a new supermarket. Anytime a new supermarket opens, it takes away from the other supermarkets in the area because everyone flocks to the new one because they got one or two more cool things that they add that's new modern look and stuff. And here in Florida, it's Publix is a big brand. And they open a new Publix. Everyone flocks to the new Publix for the most part, unless you're just real close to yours and you don't want to go any further. But, and it can cause problems for other supermarkets. But as long as the population's right, you don't really have to deal with that. That's, the science of it all. But Costco, I think they just sit back and wait and they look and see what Sam's got. They got this, this, and this, but they don't have this yet. Okay? BJ's put in. They got this, 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 but they don't have this. And then Costco opens and they got this, 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 and they added that and that they don't have at the other places. And they're bigger and they're better. And they've got their brands that everyone likes. Was it Kirkland or something like that? And they have all the cool stuff. I mean, I've been to Costco with my daughter where they live. And I had to get out of the car and direct traffic so the car could back out to get out of the parking lot because there were so many cars. I was like, oh my gosh, this place is a gold mine. And everyone's just flocked in there, just moving around, moving around. And I was like, really? This is incredible. So one day we'll get a Costco. I mean, we've got a Buc-ee's on the north side that's getting built. I don't even know if it's ready yet. And we did our first Buc-ee's in Daytona Beach. And Ocala, look at get Google Maps out, find Ocala, Florida, Central Florida, above Orlando, above the villages, and then look to the right, straight across, just go like that, straight across. You'll find Ormond Beach, and right below that is Daytona. And that's where people from a lot of the villages, north part of the villages, and Ocala like to go because it's straight across, 2 hours, you're at the beach. And you can stay in Ormond if you want because it's quieter. It's not as crazy as Daytona. Daytona's got all the cool restaurants and shopping, and the Daytona one area where they have tons of stores. I went to the Bass Pro Shop and I was like in heaven. I was like, this is so cool. I don't hunt or anything. It's just cool. It's a guy store. And that's such a rare thing for us guys. You know what I mean. Don't. So we're doing good, aren't we? And yes, you can do this over there. You can do it off on the side and just hold the cup and pour it in the sink and come back and hold the cup, pour it in the sink and go back and fill your thing up if you want to. It's not a big deal. Now, we're pretty much done, but I'm going to give this filter one more rinse. Because I use the filter's on the Keurig. No, let's fill it up. The water filter systems you get say to rinse 3 times. And I'm not going to fill it all the way. That's okay. So I'm going to give it one more shot. And then you put everything back together and you put it back over there, or just leave it over there. Just clean everything off pretty good. You know, you don't have to rinse it out with the hose and all that good stuff. But I'm going to make sure, you know, we got a nice clean system here. So that's it. We've done good. This descale light is off. The one thing I'm going to do different is take my lid, and I've got a little sticker. Every 2 months you change these filters, right? And I do it on our water filters too. And I put the little date on there. I've already got it written down. Today's day, 11/13/25, 2 months, and 1/13/26 will be the next changing. And that will let me know then. And we do it as a backup on these because they don't always go out. I did it on this. 2/25 will be when I change this filter. So the little Brita. And I've got a little Brita over here. Same deal. 2 months, change the filter. Splattered. That's okay. So like, share, and subscribe if you learned anything. I'm sure this has been fun. Hopefully you won't light up for another year. Well, hey, good job, little guy. You're doing good. You're doing a good job. Give it a second. There we go. 12. There we go. Here we go again. Like, share, and subscribe. If you learned anything, have a great day.